Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn can reboot the universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Hey Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! Honey. Yo. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Man, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me cooking, and I appreciate that. Much love, peeps, man. Glad y'all here. We about to have a good time this evening. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Welcome to the cool. Shout out to the cool table. Hope everybody having a wonderful evening. Had a great day. And let's go ahead and finish this out with a great conversation. We got the homie Mysterious Stranger in here. What's going on? We got Dennis Medina. Right? We got who else is in here? The Batman. We got DC Talk 82 in the building. You dig? We got the good Austin in here. What's going on, homie? We got a future DC warrior in here trolling. Oh, I think I know who that is. I think I remember that dude. What's going on? Shout out to the Batman. We got the homie Mark in here. We got Bale in the building. What's going on, Bale? Right? We got Toy Mafia. We got the Spider-Man. Just right? We got Phillips. Steven, he's saying Stephen Phillips saying, I'm seeing people downplaying Gunn throwing another shot at Matt by saying they're really friends and throw jabs at each other on a daily. Whatever, bruh. Has anybody heard Matt Reeves taking shots at James Gunn publicly? Right? Crazy. What's going on? Nessa Noel, thank you for being here. And Grace in the chat. Much love and appreciation. We got Cool One Only in the building. What's going on, Cool One? We got Socrates. We got Mama Bear Dog. And thank you for being here, Mama Bear. Right? We got all the Furies in here tonight. These the real Furies. Oh my God. Bell says, Sky, the Henry versus David Superman war is on high. But is it really a war? Man, look, I think everybody would agree if those Superman were to like lock horns, man, David's done. He's done. He can't even beat back. If bro, Ben is wiping the floor. Ben might not even need the protective suit. He might be able to solo this Superman in his normal suit. Oh God, like yo, if everybody's just handling this dude like this, right? We got Robert Harrison in the building. Hey yo, don't even trip. I already got that locked in. We got S. Warrior in the building. We got James G. Kunim. He said now Trey got to deal. Oh, I know. Now Trey Young got to deal with a bunch of people telling him he's stupid and that he's never read a comic, all because he sees that Gunn took the super out of Superman. Bro, I'm seeing people, they're wilding, bro. I'm seeing people going at Jeremy Johns. Yeah, thinking Sky likes the Batman. Exactly, right? What's going on, Jamar 412? Bill and I was supposed to be the Fury. Hey, yeah, y'all. Hey, y'all the Furies now for sure. You know what I mean? Right? We got Michael in the building. He said I even got Joe Russo arguing with me, right? For sure. Right? Hold on. Real quick. Let me actually adjust something. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. Skoga says, I don't really get why David Corn says Superman is argued as being weaker than Cavill's when he's literally fighting himself the whole film. Okay. Maybe because this Superman couldn't breathe in space. Maybe that's why. He was getting pwned the whole movie. Yo, I was talking with Stino the other night. Me, Stino, and Mr. Nobody is all in the chat. We like playing the game and stuff, right? So we all talking about the movie. And Stino is like grilling the homie Mr. Nobody. He was like, yo, the Superman survived that movie without crypto. He was like, just tell me right now, does he survive that movie without crypto? And I was like, hell nah. The other homie was like, nah, he don't. Right? Oh my God. He said maybe he believes in flat earth. Look, let's get through the opening rigmarole so we can get started with the show. Make sure you guys are hitting that like, share, and subscribe, as well as that notification bell, so that you know when I'm going live. You did, because we're on the road to 5K, trying to hit that before the end of the year. Just past 3K. We will be having a celebration stream coming very soon for you guys. Can't wait to rock out with that, and that's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. We are y'all already know. Y'all already know about the ROEs, about being positive, not mixing the hashtags, and not tagging anybody over at WBD, right? Y'all already know about these channels and these platforms on X and YouTube that you should be following and subscribe to. And y'all already know that if you want to sponsor a stream like the homie The Good Austin did, whenever you guys give super chats or super thanks, gifted memberships, anything like that, yeah, that it's all tallied up, and you have your name across the bottom if you are the winner. You dig? He said, "Forget power. Let's talk about his manhood, bruh." Supergirl called him a bitch, dog. That's real talk. And he got kicked in the nuts, right? And he was letting Metropolis get fucking destroyed because he couldn't find the dog, right? But hey, let's go ahead and let's get started. But yeah, I did want to start the show off right with a moment of silence, man. We did leave. I mean, we did lose a very well-known actor, man, especially from people around my age, right? We all knew him from being on the Cosby Show, but unfortunately, we did lose Malcolm Jamal Warner earlier today through a drowning incident. I wanted to make sure that we had a moment of silence because as the Cosby Show is something that was very influential, very, very impactful. And he was one of the biggest parts of that show that really made it what it was. And it would not be the same without him. Luckily, his legacy through that show can live on well past his time here with us. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure we had that moment of silence for Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right, all right. I want to thank you guys for being here this day, though. We're gonna have a bit of fun, and hopefully, we can keep the spirits a bit lighter after that terrible news, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys were just as gutted as I was. That was very, very devastating news, especially to hear how it was while he was on vacation and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, so tragic situation, but let's go ahead and get started with the show. So real quick now, some people told me that I was tripping, right? When James Gunn said that he was going to try not to fall asleep while reading Matt Reeves' script, they told me I was tripping. They said, "Sky, you looking too much into it." Right now, the narrative is, hey, like, who even cares about the Batman 2, right? Matt Reeves sucked. Matt Reeves is worse than James Gunn, bibbity blabbity blue, right? You know, the narrative has continued to be spread that everything is okay. There is nothing that is awry. There's no kind of rivalry. There's no bad blood, right? Oh my God, yo. Just like a little side note, they're being so weird with the numbers for this Superman movie. They're being so weird. Like, I'm searching for things that would have normally pulled up. Okay. Anyway, because this is not even giving me the same information that it did last time. This is wild. This is wild. Right. But anyway, you know, they try to downplay us trying to have any conversations about any kind of bad blood going on at Warner Brothers, even though there's been several times that James has made these weird comments about, Matt Reeves and how long he was taking with the script and this, that, and the third, right? And then, it all came to a head, right? With him saying, "Hey, I'm going to try not to fall asleep while reading Matt's script," and people told me that I was tripping. They came in here. The fucking streams are still up. The chat is still there. People were coming in here telling me that I was tripping. Right? They were telling me that I was tripping, and then now we have a situation where twice this man that came out and thrown shade at Matt Reeves within the past couple of days. Right? What is going on? And yes, it's something that you guys are discussing in the chat. Yes, something is very odd with these numbers, yo. It's very odd, and everybody's trying to cape for this shit. I legit, and I'm gonna be playing some stuff that came from Grace Randolph's channel, right? Because some of the stuff that she be saying is true. But then she also throws in this corporate speak. Grace Randolph tried to say that the 220, that the $225 million that was spent on the budget included the marketing. Does anybody believe that shit? Does anybody believe that? Right? Hey, what's going on? And y'all did hit 50 likes. Let me go ahead and hit y'all with the drop. You dig?
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Right? Bruh, there's no way, bro, that the $225 million that they were floating out there includes the marketing. That shit is so silly. That shit is so silly. That is a silly statement. We all know that's not true. We all know that's not true. We all know that that's cap. We all know. And to say anything to the contrary, people are really willing to put their credibility on this line. Right? She said that 2x5. Man, yeah, yo, man. There's no way. Right? So 225. Yeah. Okay, man. Ain't no. Bruh, they dropped a bag on this shit, yo. Yo, you guys realize that they forced this movie into theaters in China? They had to drop a bag for that. And it's what right. I'm like, and we know that 225 ain't real. Crazy. They are capping. This is wild. But, you know, we've seen this shit with, yeah, he said they definitely spent more money on this movie. They're being creative with the books, right? And trying to sit here and, hey, guys, but, you know, no. It's doing well domestically, you know. Bruh, not only has the budget changed like 5 times, but the box office has changed 5 times in 2 weeks. I don't understand how that's happened, but the box office has changed 5 times in 2 weeks. It's like, yo, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. It's up, maybe it's down again. It's like, bro, crazy. But no, we've definitely seen what's been going on with this whole James Gunn and Matt Reeves situation, right? But they've been telling us that we don't know what we're talking about, right? So first of all, we all remember that moment that kind of broke the internet, right? Matt Reeves comes out and he makes a post on social media. He posts the script of Batman 2 and alludes to it being done, right? This is after much being made of, you know, his script writing speed and all of these things, right? Even though we've shown on prior streams how Matt Reeves alluded to the script being done multiple times, and then every time that he would allude to it being done, right after that, James Gunn comes out and says, hey, you know, actually, it's not finished, right? Once again, clearly signs of inner turmoil. Has to be, right? There's no other way to slice this. There's no other way around it, right? But not only that, now James Gunn has come out after Matt Reeves has once again publicly, right before the release of the Superman film, publicly he came out and dropped the bomb and said, yo, the script is done. And then once again, right, in true James Gunn fashion, James Gunn comes out once again and alludes to it not being done. Right? So, yo, how many times, bro? Right? Like, even right here, right, with comments like this, is saying, to be fair, a majority of bad blood that's being speculated in DC is mainly caused by fans badgering Warner and Matt about Batman 2 or the Snyderverse and them reacting as co-workers and screenwriters. Bruh. Did the fans cause James Gunn to try to silence a franchise that just made over $700 million? Was that the fans? Right? He said Matt has been working on the Batman, and it's implied that he had personal reasons for not finishing it. But once again, you have people like Skoga in my chat telling me this, and on previous streams, we have pointed to several times where Matt Reeves came out and said that the script was done. Right? And then right after that, James Gunn comes out and says it's not done. Right? So I don't know what Skoga or anybody who feels like that is trying to put on the fan base, right? I don't think the fans caused Matt Reeves to say he finished the script and then James Gunn to come out and say it's not done. I don't think that was fans. Right? So we want to go on and say, yeah, you know, we want to go on hearsay and things that people are like alleging and trying to leak out. But then also, we're not going to listen to what Matt Reeves says. Crazy. Right? We're going to have it come out that it may be a Chadwick Boseman kind of situation. Right? But we're not going to believe that Matt was really done when he said he was done multiple times. Even with so as past as like a couple weeks ago, he like said it was done. And then, like I'm about to show you, in true fashion, right afterwards, James Gunn came out and said it's not done. Right. So what am I talking about? Let's look at this, right? What is Sky talking about? James Gunn reacts to the Batman 2 script. Right, Matt Reeves movie released in the United States in 2022, following the release of the Penguin series. Blah, 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 right. All right. Speaking with Josh Horowitz, right? He says, Gunn shared his reaction to the Batman 2 script. I like it. He said, for sure, we're headed in the right direction. First of all, headed in the right direction in this context is already setting up that this may not be done. Right now, if he didn't go on to say what he ended up saying, right, then maybe it wouldn't be that big of a thing. But with him already starting it off saying is headed in the right direction, that's already softly kind of setting you up for, hey man, yes, yeah, we're getting there, right? We're getting there, right? There are some things that we've still got to work out, but it's headed in the right direction for sure. That shit means it's not finished, guys. Does that not mean that it's not finished? Right? He said, when Gunn needs your Batman. He said, Gunn saying that is suspicious. Exactly. Right? He said, and to be honest, right? I didn't like Matt Reeves, the Batman, at all. Bruh, I walked out of that theater. I famously said this. I was like, yo, I am more excited about the sequel than I enjoyed the first film. I was like, I like how they ended it, and the ending was pretty different. And I feel like it was going somewhere new in terms of what we could see on like the big screen, right? But at the same time, I didn't enjoy the first one a whole lot, right? Even though the quality level was there, the filmmaking quality level was there. I mean, the suits, the world building, it was all of that stuff. And I loved a lot of side characters. I loved the Penguin. I loved Gordon, liked Catwoman, Riddler. You know, it was just some of the choices making him like a content creator was kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and the Penguin was a cool little show for most of the season. It was super dope. It was super dope for most of the season, right? So yeah, and so now You got Matt Reeves saying he's done with his script, and then right after that, James Gunn follows up in normal fashion and says, "Hey, actually, nope, it ain't done." And then, yes, he also took his Clayface. He took his Clayface too. Took his Clayface, right? Absolutely. Jamar says the vibe and the aesthetic of Batman I liked, bruh. And as I said, I would take 100 the Batmans, bro, before any more of this Superman bullshit. That's a fact, right? So we got the homie Josh Herrera in the building. You dig? Right? Yeah. No, I'm totally with you, Nessa. And that shouldn't be the case, right? But quality level in terms of like what I was seeing on screen, and in terms of like there not being a whole lot of like plot holes, it was just it was just some of the character choices with Batman that really bothered me and Bruce Wayne. But other than that, on a filmmaking level, bro, James Gunn is out of here fucking compared to Matt Reeves, yo. They're nowhere near on at the same level. And that's why I even saw this post saying that it's crazy that James Gunn has to answer to this guy. And I think that's absolutely true. Yo, the fact that Matt Reeves has to and that he has to send his script to this guy for notes. Oh yeah, Nar, I am totally taking this statement of saying he likes it, but that there's still more to be worked on, you know, but it's headed in the right direction. Nah, I don't think that means the script is done. You know, like if I give you my script and I say, yo, it's done, and you say, yo, I like it, for sure we're headed in the right direction, but it's still some things in here that we got to work out. That means it's not done. You know what I mean? Like having things in the script that still needs to be worked out means it's not done. Like that's like, yo, we're not gonna fucking change the English language here. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to change the English language. No, I'm not gonna allow it. Right? He says he likes the script, and for sure we're headed in the right direction. There are some things we still gotta work out, but it's headed in the right direction. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. And he can keep saying it needs change. Yeah, he can just keep it. Yeah, you know, we're getting closer. Right? He said the Batman was more pretentious than it was intelligent. Dumb plot details that a better editor and writer should have caught. That being said, the Batman was light years ahead of anything Gunn's done. That's what I'm saying, bro. Right? Right? He said he's dicking mad around. Part my he absolutely is. That's absolutely right. And he said Gunn's gonna keep pushing it back until the Brave and the Bold comes out, and then okay, bruh. He already look. I asked this question on in HMDS's chat earlier. Shout out to the dudes, right? I asked this question. I was like, yo, he already got his Clayface snatched. Is his Batman next? Right? He says Gunn is trying to make Matt Reeves change his script to fit his wacky retcon verse, or Gunn is trying to shoot his ransom notes in the Reeves script. Look, bruh, James Gunn wants his Batman, bro. He don't want him to make a fucking movie at all. You know what I'm saying? He wants Robert Pattinson to be the Batman of the DCU. He has to try to fold in as much fucking star power or goodwill from other fan bases as he possibly can. So he's trying to stall him out or make him keep changing shit to make him leave the project. Because Matt Reeves has been on the record, if I'm not mistaken, that if it gets pushed back one more time, that he is gonna walk away. And so it just, you know, kind of so happens, right, that he said that his script is done, and then right after that, homie comes out and say, bro, Matt Reeves was like, yo, I'm done with the script, y'all. Here y'all go. James Gunn was like,
no, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Right? Crazy. Right? Hey, see, and Nate, this is why I'm saying that it's kind of crazy that this happened, right? Because and Nate says, after I found out how Matt Reeves assisted WB in screwing Affleck out of his chance to have his own standalone Batman movie, I refuse to watch the sequel or any spinoff of Reeves, the Batman. Nate, but that's why I think that this kind of might be a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. He said Matt Reeves is Gunn's pet. Sue said Gunn wrote Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. People, yo, look, y'all can come in here and say that all y'all want to, but if you knew anything, if you knew anything about, you know what I'm saying, what happened with Dawn of the Dead, then you would know that movie got rewrote 100%. Right? Nar said he don't think so. He think that he want both of them gone. I don't know. The reason why is because I remember when Matt Reeves got wait, do I still have that video? They asked him on camera about what he was going to do if he got his Batman snatched. Wait a minute, wasn't that Josh Horowitz too? Yo, ain't this funny how this shit keeps being from Josh Horowitz? Does anybody find that strange how he's like the common denominator? Crazy. Do I still have that up here? He got asked like at a red carpet event about getting his Batman snatched. And homie kind of pressed him. Cause Matt was like, James and them are gonna let me do my thing. And James and Peter they know that I want to do my thing, and you know, is this, that, and the third. Hold on, let me grab this. Right? He's like, they gonna let me do my thing. And then Josh was like, but wait a minute, what if they really, really want he's like, what if they really, really want your Batman though? Right? Let me find this real quick. Flim Wallaby. All right. Let me find this video. Yeah, they straight up asked the dude on the red carpet. It was like, yo, what's gonna happen if homie take your Batman though? And he was like, they ain't gonna do that. And then he was like, but what if they do though? He was like, but what if they do though? I was so surprised. They asked my dude on straight up on the red carpet. Right. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. I got y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. He was like, what if he snatches your Batman? He was like, nah, he ain't gonna do it. And he was like, but what if he does though? But what if? Right? I mean, I'm just saying, what if he really wants it, you know? Like really. What if he's like seething for it, you know? Then what? Right? Okay. All right. Thanks for sending me the clip, and then let me find it. Okay. Bruh, but look, before we get to this clip, right? Before we get to this clip, bruh, ain't it crazy how Josh Horowitz is at like the middle of all this stuff? Right? Does anybody else find that weird? Right? Right? It's like Josh Horowitz is the one who interviewed Cavill, got the Zach quote. He's the one asking Matt Reeves about getting his Batman snatched. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is crazy. He's the one that talked to Christopher McQuarrie about Superman, right? This is wild, bro. Bill Reed said, to be fair, Ben got his Batman idea name included. Hey, he said Ben got his Batman snatched by Matt Reeves, and then Matt Reeves getting his. He said, this time the bell tolls for thee. Right? But look, this is crazy because I got this loaded up and ready to go. Right? And thanks for the clip, it's in Havoc, right? But yeah, this guy definitely is about to right. Watch this.
It'd be exciting to see where we'll go from there.
And last thing for you, I spoke to James Gunn recently, and I asked him, obviously he talked about, letting you do your Reeves verse on his own. And I did ask him, have you contemplated recently integrating Rob into the DCU? And he said, they've talked about it because you talk about everything.
Sure, yeah.
What's your attitude about that at this point?
I mean, it really comes down to whether or not it makes sense. And, I think what's been great is it was really a kind of a story that I wanted to tell, we're calling the Epic Crime Saga and all of that, which is the thrust of what we wanted to do. And it's been important to me to be able to play that out. Yeah. And, James and Peter have been really, really great about that. And they're letting us do that. And, what the future brings, I can't really tell you. I have no idea right now, except that my head is down now about getting the Batman Part 2 shooting and to make it something really, really special, which of course is the most important thing.
And if
all right, now wait, that was the first part of the question. Right? He said they want to integrate it. Right? Now look, that was the first part of the question, right? But now he about to ask the follow-up, you know what I mean? The follow-up, the end all follow-ups, you know what I mean? For sure.
is the most important thing.
And if they decide, like, we really want Rob to be our DCU Batman?
I don't know. We'll have to see where that goes.
Fair enough. I won't put you on the spot anymore. Congratulations.
Okay, fair enough. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. He said Horowitz is a good reporter, bro. He asking the questions that matter, right? He said, bro, what if they snatch your Batman, bro? Right? He said, I know you talking about you want to do this epic crime saga, right? That's what you signed on for. That's what they talking about, right? But instead of the epic crime saga, what if they really, really want? Yo. No, but this is why I think that they want Robert Pattinson. I think all this talk that's been coming up, James Gunn making that comment when he said, oh my God, hold up, watch this, right? See, because we be remembering everything. That's the problem, bro. Right? Right? See? When he said, hold on, let me see. Is this it? Is this the one? Because he was responding to somebody, right? Watch this, right? Oh my God. See, I love having the receipts, man. I love having the receipts, bro. I love having the receipts, right? Because watch this, right? Because watch this, right? Oh, yeah. When they asked James Gunn, some fan said, please have a look at this article, James. Internet is buzzing with this topic. All of us DC fans want this, and I think you too. And James said, all would seem to be pushing it. Do you do you want to know who I think that all was referring to? I think he was referring to Matt Reeves. He like, Matt Reeves don't want that. Because why else respond to this, bro? Why else respond to this at all? And then say, yeah, all would seem to be pushing it. Because I know of one person that definitely doesn't want that. Oh, man, this is hilarious. Damn. Got his Batman snatched. Possibly. This is crazy. Homie's really trying to, bruh, they're trying to keep pushing this movie back until they're just going to cancel it. And then everybody, look, and then you even had people trying to come in here trying to say, yeah, Sky, you was wrong because you said the Batman 2 was canceled. And then James Gunn get to come out here and say that the script ain't even done after Matt Reeves said that it is. And y'all acting like that shit ain't even happened. Crazy. Crazy. He said, didn't Gunn say that he wanted an older Batman? At the pace the DCU is headed, Pattinson will have aged into the role by the time they start production on Brave and the Boat. Hey, now y'all getting it, right? Yeah, and he took his GCP. Oh my God, bro. He took his clay. Look, he said, you gonna get off your clay face? You gonna get off your Gotham City PD, right? And I'm coming back for your Batman. Man, Man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, though, but that wasn't even all the shade that was thrown. Right? That wasn't even all the shade that was thrown. Crazy. This man already said he was going to fall asleep reading this script. Oh my God, bro. This is insane, dude. This is insane. Right? But now we got James Gunn throwing shade while talking about Wonder Woman. Should sell Reeves versus Netflix. Bring out Triple Run. Look, now we got James Gunn responding to this Wonder Woman stuff, right? And talking about how Wonder Woman's going to probably be getting fast tracked, right? And some people are looking at this like it would be a bad. Here is my thing. Why the fuck wasn't Wonder Woman a priority before this shit came into fruition? Why do you start off a universe with shit like Creature Commandos, The Authority, bro? All of these dumbass, like, bruh, all of these projects that nobody's heard of. Sergeant Rock, right? And it ain't even gonna be Diana Prince. You know what I'm saying? But no. But now all of a sudden this Wonder Woman movie's getting fast tracked, right? Which, whatever, right? But it says during an interview with Rolling Stone, Gunn responded to this report. And while he somewhat downplayed the notion that the project is being fast tracked, he did confirm that a new Wonder Woman movie is a priority for DC Studios, right? He goes on to say, I don't know what they mean by fast tracking. I've always had Wonder Woman as a priority. A bullshit. But we first got but we got the first few things started, and there's some other things that are really close to green lighting. Like there's a television show that I hope we're going to be green lighting in the next few days. So now a little time has passed, and we really need Wonder Woman and we really need Batman because they're so important to us. And it's so and so it's become a little bit more like going to everybody at DC and being like, we need to figure this out. We have good writers on Wonder Woman, and we just have to make sure it's working. And they have to not be somebody who's gonna take 2 years to write a script. Oh, yo. Excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This man, bro. He said, Zaslav told you to put Wonder Woman as a priority. Bro, this motherfucker was about to come with the authority, bro. Bro, Frank said Swamp Thing got canceled. Bro, he shamed. He tried to shade the people over at fucking Swamp Thing too, bro. He said that the script was trash. And like I said, it was James Mangold on that. Bruh, James Mangold is a better filmmaker than you, bro. That's facts. What are we talking about? Yo, this is the problem, bro. You got a nerd in control of the cool people, bro. This is exactly what Nolan was trying to fucking avoid, bro. Yo, do you guys realize that under some shit like this, you guys never would have gotten the Dark Knight trilogy? Just think about if James Gunn was in charge of fucking Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan wants to go up to him and pitch doing the Dark Knight. How's that shit gonna turn out? You see, all that super fucking, oh, everything got to be super comic book accurate. I really saw somebody trying to fucking vouch for this bullshit with the fucking with Kal-El and Laura sitting there trying to show, oh my god, looks pretty comic accurate to me, showing this shit from one run. But then right on the other hand, oh, fucking sit there and tell you that that they shouldn't have had a female Silver Surfer. Make it make sense, dog. How are you for Laura and Jor-El sending Superman here to fucking create a harem because it was in this one comic book run, this fucking Elseworld story, if I'm not mistaken, at that. And then on top of that, you're gonna also say that you don't like the female Silver Surfer because she was only in 4 issues. Make it make sense, bro. He said a nerd with a chip on his shoulder. Nah. He said that's exactly why Zach will never return under this. Bruh, picture Christopher Nolan trying to work and operate under James Gunn, bro. Picture that. Yo, I need everybody at WBD to understand that, right? Just think about that. If this was DC at its peak, the guy who brought it there would not have fucking worked under you guys whatsoever under these circumstances. Right? Bruh, Wonder Twins, Booster Gold. That's the type of shit we getting, bruh. There was really going to be a Booster Gold before Wonder Woman. You guys understand that? That's the type of sickness that we're dealing with over at DC. We were going to get a fucking Booster Gold. Ah! Oh my god, bro. He said, why is being a nerd a bad thing? I thought this was all. Have you not seen Revenge? Never mind, bro. I ain't about to have that fucking conversation. We've already had that conversation. If you got to ask that question, cool. Right? He said, Scott, R&B thinks it's fascinating. I mean, it's a fascinating idea by Gunn. We don't know the morals of another civilization. Yeah, sure we don't, right? Because things like comic book accuracy and precedence, right? What difference does that make? Right? But on the other hand, we're gonna complain about a female Silver Surfer. Somebody make it make sense, bro. He said the Viceroy struck again, bro. The Viceroy, bro. Crazy. A verisimilitude. Right? He said Marvel just dropped a new comic where Wolverine is Godzilla. So by their logic, this should go down. Right? Right, bro? Oh my god, bro. He said the fact that the movie was marketed to kids, yet all the inappropriate content was not suitable for kids at all, nor the freaky ass undertones he kept slipping in. Like, what the fuck you on, bro? That's what I'm saying, dog. But here's the thing, right? Bro, you're calling crypto kitty bait, but then you're going on Love Island to fucking market this shit. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. He said they trying to sneak in BS into their. Thank you, bro. Wow, bro. But look, is this or is this not shade? Him saying that it can't be somebody that freaking has Jimmy. He is 69 gun. Stop it, bro. Is this or is this not shade? This dude saying that the script can't take 2 years. Like, bro, why why say that, bro? He said Jor-El's Island. Oh my god. He's saying, I mean, what's wrong with changing the origin story of the parents, right? Because we need something new when it comes to the comic book movies, right? And it's like, yo, but bro, so why are we talking about harems in a movie that's supposed to be marketed for kids, bro? Why are we talking about groomers in a movie that's supposed to be marketed for kids, bro? Right? He said Toy Collector 3, maybe, bro. Yeah, maybe, dog. Maybe, bro. He said LD. Oh my god, Joystein. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. He said, "Oh, and he was talking about Muschietti. Oh, snap! Wasn't Muschietti on Brave? Wait, but didn't he get kicked off of Brave in the Bold a while ago?" He said he threw Muschietti under the bus. Yeah. Yeah, nah. Y'all gotta stop it with that harem thing. That's not I saw the page. That's not what she said, bro. That's not what she said. Like he said, so Laura is a matter. So Laura's a matter. Oh my god, bro. That's not. He said Jor-El slipping and sliding. Jor-El to Kal-El, spread your seed, my son. That's not. They didn't say nothing about no harem, dog. They didn't say nothing about no harem. Oh my god. Nah, bro. That shit is not comic accurate, dog. No, we not letting that slide, bro. Yeah. We not Jalora Max. Yo, that is not in the book. It nowhere. I saw the page, bro. I just read it earlier to fucking today. There is no mention of no harem. Like of no fucking harem, yo. There is no mention of a harem. Like ain't no go take your seed and spread your seed. Go forth and multiply. You know what I mean? Take the women as your wives, bro. Take the women. Ready the baby oil. Oh my god. Ready, we will use the greasy ways. Oh my god, bro. There was no, bro. I just looked at the page earlier today. there is no mention of no harem. Like there is not no, hey, like go take wives. You know what I'm saying? Like that is not what the fuck was going down in that comic. He said, nah, that's just some freaky ass guns. Wait a minute, man. I'll be back. Y'all got me laughing too much.
Hold on, Dre. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. Psst. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in they mama. How many op really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one to up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully throwing him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one to get your hand me down. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Papa got a real case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you calling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
All right, man. I had to take a break. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging, bro. I think we've established that nowhere in that comic book did they say anything about taking no fucking harem, bro. Just please, like, let's not do that, because they never said anything. They never said anything talking about no damn harem. Oh my god. He said Gunn Diddy-fied that shit, bro. Madam Laura Von L. Laura Von L. Next time an Earthling says no to you, use some baby oil. Krypton must live on. This is your harem. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh. They tried. I legit saw the page earlier today, and I was like, nowhere in that shit do they say anything about no harem. I'm like, yo, we can't just be acting like this shit didn't happen. He said the toy collector comic. Oh my god, man! Look, I want y'all to start putting your last questions and comments down at the bottom. This shit is hilarious, bro. He said Phantom zoned his ass. Hey, L'Oreal has a black book. Bruh, I'm done, man. What's going on, Nightwing? Nah, I'm done, bruh. I'm done, man. Like this is crazy, bro. And then he out here throwing shade at the boy, talking about taking 2 years to write a script. Gunn said, man, look, see, I wrote my shit in faster than that, and he used AI. Y'all mean to tell me he didn't use AI for that script? Seriously? Does anybody think James Gunn did not look? If you think James Gunn used AI for the script, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he didn't use AI, put a 2. I don't want to look. Do not listen to me. Do not take my you know what I'm saying, like, thoughts on it. I think that there's no way in hell that you fucking use AI. And Leon saying 1A, 1A, 1A. Oh my god. There's no way this dude didn't put. There's no way that shit wasn't fucking AI, yo. There's no way. There's no way. Right? Yo, I think I'm gonna have a conversation with Chat GPT tonight, and I'm gonna ask that shit. Yo, did you write that? I'm about to be like, look. How would you be able to tell if this shit was AI? If this came from you, Chat? Can you tell your own handiwork? Can you tell your own handiwork? Right? I'm gonna for real do a deep dive with Chat GPT, and we're gonna figure that shit out. I'm gonna figure out exactly what AI fucking prompt system is. For real. Oh man. This is so funny, bro. I cannot believe. Oh my goodness. He's an egg. Good question, right? Brain over brawn. Said Sky over the weekend. Comic Cast 2 mentioned that Andrew Garfield may play the Flash in the DCU. He may play Wally West, bruh. My thoughts is the DCU is cooked, bro. Hey, honestly, I don't think that this new Superman film is gonna bode well for people trying to work in the DCU. I'm just dead ass serious. You know. But hey, we got a conversation about the box office coming up soon. I'm just trying to wait until I can get some for real numbers, because it seems like the numbers just keep teleporting all over the fucking place. All over the place. Last thing I heard, it was at 272. Now they're saying it's over, like, what is it? 400 million, 500 million? It's like, are you guys fucking serious? Are you guys serious? Like, where's all this money coming from? It's like, oh, it made 57 million fucking domestic, but then it jumped up like 200 million in the fucking box office. I'm so confused. And it's flopping all over the world. This shit is so confusing. It's so confusing. Like, it is so confusing. I don't know if we're ever going to see 406. Like think about that. It was at 272 last week. And then it's at 406 with 57 million domestic. And it's flopping all over the fucking world. This shit is, man. This shit is so strange. This is so fucking strange. This is so strange. Like, I've never seen a film with this kind of shit where it's like you can't even trust what the fucking people that report on the box office numbers are saying, because they're all over the place. Right? Bruh, this is even stranger though, right? Because look, this don't even seem like the same kind of thing. Because with Captain Marvel, we were seeing like sold out theaters that were empty in reality, right? Like, we were seeing that. This shit just seems to be the outlets are just lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this just seems like, yo, honestly, we just gonna lie. They like, the box office is what we say it is. And they just like, for real? You're like, yep. That shit is what we say it is. Okay. This is wild. He said some of the site's business model is bash and Zach. Exactly. Yep. It's coming out of Asian markets. He said box office using Bruce Lee ideals. Be like Walter. Right? He said, these numbers are looking suspicious. Does this look suspicious? Does this look suspicious? Right. The International jumped up randomly one day and people called it out, and then it went back to 95. Yeah. And he said, good point. They don't even have the money to lie about it. It's just, we're going to grease some palms. We ain't got money to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They ain't got the money to buy out the theaters. We just going to grease some palms, you know what I'm saying? So everybody just going to report what we tell them to report. But in reality, this shit is bombing. These motherfuckers need to win so bad. Oh my God. Nate's Meme says, I asked AI how much Superman needs to make when compared to Man of Steel to be a success with all factors considered. And it said that Superman must make 900 million. Bro, but look, here's the thing though. Right? They saying that they don't even got to make 500 million, bro. Bro, they said that the two. He said, how on earth did it get to 71 internationally? It made 95 the first week. Right? Look at that. Think about that. It made $95 million week one. It's been taken out of more theaters, and it damn near makes another 90 million. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I think they're just capping. I think they're just capping. They're paying these people to say, hey, yo, it's all good. Right? He said that y'all forgetting Fantastic Four is this weekend is going to have Superman stay home 400 million. Look, here's the thing about the Fantastic Four too, because Leon actually brought up a great point because I hadn't been making this certain distinction. All right, let me pull this up so I can show you guys one more time what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. Let me show y'all why I think Fantastic Four is about to blow Superman out of the fucking water. And they're getting their excuses ready now because they know that this shit's about to happen. Right? James Gunn blaming Trump for the damn movie. Yo, it's fucking crazy. But look, I'm about to show you guys this again. All right. Hold on, where you go? All right, wait, where'd that comic go? Right, yeah, Fantastic Four, right? Here is Fandango for the Fantastic Four fan event that I'm going to. I need you guys to notice something, okay? In this whole front area near the screen, there's only one fucking seat left, okay? In the front, on the right side is second row, the third seat from the right. Now, look, I need you guys to realize something, Batman, right? Now, so all of these white ones with the little fours on them in like front, those are all sold out. The blue ones that are in the back, that's the balcony seating, right? That are not all sold out, right? And it's kind of some sprinkled in with the balcony seating, right? I need you guys to understand something. This movie, this screening right here, this is not like a necessarily an early screening either. This is just a Thursday screening where this movie is going to be playing in damn near all the theaters on Thursday. The only difference is that this is at the El Capitan Theater, and these tickets are $50. I need you guys to understand that and what that means. People do not have to go to this theater to watch this movie on Thursday. You can go anywhere out here and go watch this movie on Thursday. Right? But you have this screening that is damn near sold out. It's pretty much because the front part is effectively sold out, right? And it's just balcony seating left, right? So why spend $50 if you don't have to? These are the hardcore fans. And I'm telling you guys that this shit is way bigger because I go to this same place for all these screenings. For Captain America 4, I was there for Thunderbolts. All of these, there were nowhere near this amount of tickets sold. So much so, right? Because look, if there's not like a sold out, at least the front part, if it's not like pretty sold out, they won't have like people from the cast or whatever be there. I guarantee you somebody's gonna fucking be here. I guarantee you they're gonna have people like Kevin Feige. Somebody's gonna be here. I guarantee you. Because whenever that shit is sold out like this, somebody's there. He said, so people choose to sell out an expensive screening, $50 minimum. Wow. Now imagine in cheaper theaters to regular price. Exactly. Yo, I think people are tripping if they think that this movie's not going to be big. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. I'm telling you, I was at both of the screenings. Captain America 4 was nowhere near this fucking pack. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near. And that did 100. So y'all think that this shit would have been sold out like this for Superman for $50 a pop? Hell no. Hell no. I'm telling y'all. Now, if I'm wrong, we're gonna come back and we're gonna have this fucking discussion. But I think that this movie is gonna be pretty big, yo. Pretty big. Pretty big, man. Just being honest. Right? So the hype is there. The hype is definitely there. And I think it's genuine as opposed to this bullshit that fucking they trying to pull over our eyes, you know what I mean, to act as if we don't know what the fuck is really going on, right? We got Mr. Nobody saying when I seen Superman the other night and it was pretty horrific, and I'm super excited for the fans as for not gonna lie. Hey, telling you that shit about to be cinema. I can tell. You know, this, yeah, you know, look, I ain't about to keep going over the same stuff. I'm just saying, could be wrong, but I doubt it. Y'all trying to act like this movie ain't about to do what it's about to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a chance in hell of this movie not having the type of impact that I see it having. You know? Oh my God, bro. Y'all are killing it, bro. Look, we about to be back with members minutes. You dig? And then wait. Oh wait, no. Nope. No more members comments. See, hey, so we ain't doing members minutes, you know what I mean? So hey, bro, they over here, bro, trying to include a 5-day weekend for fucking Superman. Hey, they trying to create a 5-day weekend for Superman, right?
First line is that James Gunn's Superman has to surpass Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Or else, as I touched on last week, what are we doing here? Why did we go through all this drama for lesser results? It would be ridiculous. So I would say if Gunn's Superman can't pass 670, it's very high. I mean, before Superman came out, we'd be like, of course it's going to pass that. But now you're like, whoo, what number? 6 what? So no matter how Gunn or Zazzy or Warner Brothers or anybody tries to spin it, that's pretty darn bad if it can't pass 670. And internally, you know, they might be all smiles externally, but internally, I would say at the very least, it would be cause for a major, you know, rethinking of how DC Studios should move forward.
Right. Crazy. Crazy. He said, last time I checked, the weekend is 2 days. Yo, I remember when the box office used to be Friday to Sunday. And then they started the Thursday preview nights, which I understood, right? First, they used to do a Thursday night like super late. So it was like Thursday night, Friday morning. Then they started doing it at like around like, 7 p.m. Now it's like 2 p.m. You know what I mean? So that's fine. But damn, they doing 5 days, bro. Said they would have the whole month and call it a weekend. It mentioned nobody saying, how's that global amount possible? I don't know, y'all. Something's up. In my point, exactly. That shit went from 272 to 406 when it only made 57 million domestic in its second week, but then somehow it made almost 90 million again internationally the second week, even though it got pulled out of more theaters and had like a 90% drop in China and like all this other shit, right? But it went up. It's like, this shit is so crazy, bro. This is so crazy. Right? Oh my God. And he said, and Nessa said, I see R&B trying to compare Superman's second week to BVS. But you want to know something? BVS made $872 million. Right? Yeah, bro. And they can lie to us, but they can't lie to themselves. And they can't lie to their peers either, bro. Everybody in the fucking industry knows that this movie's flopping. That it's flopping. Excuse me. He said F1 surpassed Superman at the box office. People in my mention saying, duh, it's been out longer. Guess they forgot that Fantastic Four is about to release and cause a major stalling for Superman. Nah. He said they don't want to talk about them ticket refunds either, right? He said, did Gunn even say, or did he even wish his dad happy birthday or dedicate anything to his dad on the 11th? I don't know. I mean, I would hope so at like the red carpet or something. He might have done. So, you know, I don't know. I ain't even about to do all that. He said, the bill is always due. He said, in his first month weekend was very successful for us. The most successful Superman film ever created. The best film since The Dark Knight. Right? Yes. It's a different animal and the same beast. All right. Wait, and I have one more video. What was on this one?
DC remains the divided fandom, and it's very much a divided property. I've talked to people who work at DC, the comic book division, and this is a problem they're aware of. We've spoken about Wonder Woman. Some people think she's a lover, not a fighter, and some people think she's a fighter primarily. It's a big problem. And, you know, some people will say, I like my DC comics to be dark and epic, and then other people go, that's not all DC is, thank you very much. Well, according to Hollywood, that's all it is, thanks to Nolan and Snyder, who imbued it with this darker, more epic quality. And to many audiences, that's the DC they signed up for, not this new one. So I think that's an issue as well.
That's another one that I'm going to break down later because, what the hell? Because she is right. But at the same time, I would say, if the movie is making money, what the fuck is the problem? And the movies were making money. You know? And all this like talk about, oh, it's dark or not, which one's better, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't really care. Right? He said she works for WBD, so she would know. Grace Randolph, yeah. We know what promises are worth, right? Mom Bear said the first 5 minutes of Fantastic Four is out. I'm not watching anything else from that movie. I been stopped watching stuff. I didn't see, as soon as I saw that the clip was out for Silver Surfer and everybody was going crazy. They was like, "Oh my god!" Da, 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 da. I was like, "Yo, you know, I'm just I'm done." I was like, I'm not gonna watch anymore. So I'm done watching stuff for Fantastic Four. I ain't even see that. Mama Bear said that daddy issues seems to be a regular plot for Gunn. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, you know, there's some wait, the Avatar 3 trailer is releasing with Stop. Fire and ash, right? What are y'all talking about? What are you guys talking about? All right. Hold up. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, excuse me. See? Yeah, this thing tripping. Wait. Oh, so they already screened it for journalists? Well, why they couldn't screen it for Sky? This is not fair. Exclusively in theaters before Fantastic Four, December 19th. Look, I'm telling y'all. Anyway, bro, that shit just messed up my whole. Cause now I'm thinking like I'm about to see that shit with a whole bunch of fans, bro. Oh my goodness. Why didn't they? Yeah, facts. Why didn't they screen it for Sky? Like, I want a Sky screening, right? He said, Sky, you think somebody will do ice cream reviews for Fantastic Four? Man, I should have did one for them Little Caesars pizzas. Because I actually got one twice. Twice. Right. And it's dope how it's kind of like the pepperoni one is supposed to be like the regular one because it's the Mr. Fantastic one. And then the cheese slices are for Invisible Woman because they're invisible toppings, get it? And then they have one for Johnny Storm, where it's pepperoni and jalapenos is so it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And then they got one with like all kind of meat on it, and it looks kind of like real tough, like brick almost, like it's the thing. That was super dope, right? He says Superman ain't having no food collabs. Nah, man. Well, it was some ice cream, bro. Right? It's like somebody had some ice cream, right? Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's like four different pairs of slices. So it's like 2 slices of pepperoni, 2 slices of cheese, 2 slices of pepperoni and jalapenos, and 2 slices of it's like pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and like all like these like meats on it. Pause, but it's dope. Yeah, I'm still stuck on how they marketed that Fortnite collab. All right. She said, "Yep, Dairy Queen ice cream that looked like toothpaste." Yep, I got the thing in Human Torch boxes, bro. I can't go to this fan event on Thursday because it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit. I can already tell somebody gonna be there, bro. There's no way that ain't nobody gonna be there because it's too packed. and I'm gonna have that footage for y'all exclusive on Skywalker Entertainment. You dig? Anyway, man, we about to get out of here because I'm just kind of rolling the tires here in the same place. Y'all check back tomorrow. We are gonna be going live. I got a super fun conversation for y'all, and we're gonna get to it. You dig? Y'all have a good one, and we're gonna catch y'all. You dig? Peace.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn can reboot the universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn.
Hey, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo!